fellow paranormalers, and welcome to this channel. Today's subject is a little bit of sharing of something that I've done myself quite recently, but it's about auras. Okay, now I've been able to see auras for quite a long time, and then I stopped, and now I'm kind of rekindling because there's obviously some new techniques. There's lots of people that teach how to see auras and stuff like, and I shall explain a little bit later on why it's useful to be able to see auras. But now I'm finding that I see auras around there are auras around everything. There always has been. Up until fairly recently, last few months, I've kind of only focused on humans, but now I'm seeing auras around pretty much everything, which is actually quite useful in the paranormal realm, believe it or not, because it helps you to see things beyond. If you like, being able to see auras, I can liken it to sort of a stepping stone to being able to see other hidden things, like spirits, like beings, like gateways, like portals, and shadows, and you can then begin to start seeing other things, and you then start seeing them really quite clearly. Now, that kind of thing I've been able to sense more than see, and now I can, it's a great tool to have, is to be able to do both. It is to not only sense and feel things, but to actually see things as well is quite mind-blowing, really. And it does help when you're doing paranormal work, because it's yet another, as I say, tool in your kit that can help confirm your suspicions if something is actually paranormal related, or spirit, or entity, or whatever. It helps you to actually identify quite quickly whether something is really there, or whether it is just somebody else's imagination, or whether it's thought projection or something along those lines from someone else. It is useful. It is useful. I don't feel skilled enough to start using it to analyze people. I know that's a completely different skill, and in a way, I don't really have an interest in that kind of thing. But to be able to actually see the boundaries of people's auras, and to actually see how my aura interacts with other people's aura, or other people, other objects, is also quite interesting. I would highly recommend, if you feel that way inclined, to practice seeing auras, and just seeing whether you can see an aura, and then sort of transfer that skill, if you like, into your paranormal work. It's quite, I just think it's an added tool. At the end of the day, all these things are tools in your toolkit to use for your paranormal, and it also helps your self-development. It also awakens your brain, as it were. It sort of flicks more switches to allowing your thought processes in your brain to accept more stuff, to accept more knowledge, to accept more understanding about what it is what this film that we're in, this game that we're in, and this plane of physical world that we're in, and how we interact with the ethereal world, and things obviously that we can't see, and maybe it's a bit too wacky, or some people say woo-woo, which I find is quite funny. It's a bit woo-woo. But yeah, I mean, it's just, highlighting yet something else, another skill that I think paranormalers can learn. You know, so you end up actually with layers upon layers of skills that you can use in your work, in your paranormal work. And you know, it doesn't really matter what it is. You know, I use it for other things as well, so it is quite useful. Go out and check how to see auras. It's surprisingly easy when you realise, you know, how easy it is. If anyone watching this is interested, I can certainly point you in the direction. You know, I mean, there's plenty of books on the subject. I mean, you just type it into YouTube and you'll find enough people teaching you how to see auras. Some people I find tend to just talk about how you can do it, and other people actually take you through the process of doing it, and it's like they're teaching you, you know, almost one-on-one how to do it, and that I've always found the most useful. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again soon.